craziest megaprojects ever proposed. The world would have looked very different indeed if just a fraction of the most grandiose and fantastical megaprojects ever proposed had made it past the drawing board. Many of these constructions would have changed the world's landscape and pushed the boundaries of human ingenuity. Looking back through history, this video will show you some of the most amazing events that never happened. Welcome to the billion-dollar projects. We will do our best to start the video as soon as possible. All we ask is to subscribe to our channel and like the video, because we are sure you will enjoy it. So if you've done this and you're ready for this story, let's get started. Number 1. Phare du Monde, France. In 1937, Paris almost became the home of a 700-meter tower with a road spiraling up its entire height, like an automotive barber pole. The top of the tower would be a hotel, and you could drive from the ground up into its parking garage, which would house up to 400 cars. A monorail system would hold descending cars in place and control their speeds, so they wouldn't careen through the guardrails and drop to their deaths. On the way up, however, cars would operate totally under their control, which seems like a pretty huge oversight since fatal accidents occur on perfectly normal roads. The tower was never built, presumably because it flies in the face of everything we know about how buildings are supposed to work. Number 2. Shimizu Megacity Pyramid. The Megacity Pyramid is a proposed giant floating pyramid in Tokyo Harbor. It would be so enormous that it could house 1 million people and so tall that 100-story skyscrapers could fit inside it easily. The pyramid will be made up of 5 trusses stacked on top of one another, each about the same size as the Great Pyramid of Giza. The finished pyramid itself would be about 14 times the height of Giza's. If built, this would be the largest structure on the planet. But it's so enormous that none of our currently available materials could handle the strain. They would tear apart under the structure's weight. And if one truss fails, nearly 1 million people tumble into the sea. So we will have to file this one under science fiction until we master carbon nanotubes, which could lead to a strong enough construction material. Number 3. The Illinois Chicago. The Mile High Illinois Sky City, or simply Illinois, is a skyscraper that is proposed to be over 1,600 meters high, conceived and described by American architect Frank Lloyd Wright in 1957. The design is intended to be built in Chicago, including 528 stories, with a gross area of 1,715,000 square meters. Wright stated that there would be parking for 15,000 cars and 100 helicopters. If built, it would top the list of the tallest buildings in the world by far, being more than 4 times the height of the Empire State Building, almost twice as tall as the world's current tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. Number 4. Palace of the Soviets. The Palace of the Soviets is the most famous and grandiose of the unrealized projects of the Soviet government. Conceived in early 1920s, it was supposed to become the main building and a symbol of the new economy. The plan was that it would house government bodies, serve as a venue for sessions of the Supreme Soviet of the USSR and mass demonstrations, and even have a swimming pool inside. The palace would become the tallest building in the world at the time. Its total height would be 495 meters, and it would be able to accommodate up to 40,000 people at a time. Unfortunately, these grandiose plans were cut short by World War II, and the palace has never been built. Number 5. The Volkshalle, Germany. The People's Hall, also called Great Hall, was a monumental domed building planned by Adolf Hitler and its architect Albert Speer for Germania in Berlin. But the project was never realized. This truly enormous building was, according to Albert Speer, inspired by Hadrian's Pantheon, which Hitler visited in 1938. The sketch of the Volkshalle given by Hitler to Speer shows a traditional gabled pronaos supported by 10 columns, a shallow rectangular intermediate block, and behind it the domed main building. Visually, it was to have been the architectural centerpiece of Berlin as the world capital. Its dimensions were so large that it would have dwarfed every other structure in Berlin, including those on the north-south axis itself. The large niche at the north end of the Volkshalle was to be surfaced with gold mosaic and to enclose an eagle high, beneath which was situated Hitler's tribunal. From here, he would address 180,000 listeners, some standing in the central round arena, others seated in 3 concentric tiers of seats, crowned by 100 marble pillars, high, which rose to meet the base of the coffered ceiling suspended from steel girders sheathed on the exterior with copper. All these megaprojects are witnesses of incredible drawings and designs, which unfortunately were never realized. If they had been realized, today's cities would look different. But you have to admit that the construction plans of almost all the buildings on our list would be difficult to carry out, even today due to their size. Maybe in the future it will be possible to build them, so we will keep their plans and sketches in the drawer for a little longer. So what do you say after all? Which building did you like the most? Why? Share with us your opinion and write comments in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like and share the video. Also, press the bell so you don't miss more videos like this one. Well guys, that's it for today. Thank you for your attention. We will meet you soon again.